Hello, hi. My name is Uchemercy Iwuchukwu. I am a professional guidance counselor and an amazing teacher. I've been in the teaching profession for 9 years now, and I give God the glory for the experience, the kind of experience I have been able to gather in the time being. Okay, I want to look into some pressing issues that is really affecting our communication pattern with the children and pupils. Okay, children are blessings from God. Any home without a child, it's not at peace, no matter how they try to cheer themselves up. Okay? Children, like I said before, children are blessings to God. And the way you communicate to them determines how they will grow. The words you use on them determine how they will grow. Okay, so I have carved out a topic. We are using the right words for your child. Okay? When you spank a child, it only affects the body. But when you use words, it cuts deep down into the child. And believe you me, the child starts growing with those words. So I'm here to give you some techniques on what to say and how to say them in order for your child not to shy away. Okay? An adage says, if you cannot say anything nice, then don't say anything at all. I heard a story of a farmer who planted two different crops, or rather the same crops. The first one he was blessing it. Then the second one, he was cursing it. The second one, he was cursing. After a while, the plant grew and died. But the one he was blessing, after a while, that one grew up and grew to be a very full plant. Okay? So you have to be nice. Yes, I know they can be pressing. I know it can, in fact, I don't want to use negative words. It can be so pressing, okay, on how to handle them. But if you can be able to channel that child properly, I tell you, those pressing issues can become pleasures to you. Okay, another thing again, I say, I have here, it's no yelling. Yes, I have to laugh because it is believed in the African home, for you to get your things done, you have to yell. But have you considered striking a balance with your child or pupil? Okay? Look for something they fancy. Instead of yelling, okay? Channel that's yelling to be something they fancy. If they do well, allow them to do that thing they fancy. If they don't do well, then take away that something they fancy. That's for no yelling. Then you transfer negative criticism to compliments. Okay? I've heard teachers use the word, you can never get something right. You can never do it right. You are too stubborn. He was too this. Every negative word. And believe you me, every word you use, the child tends to grow towards that direction. Okay, for example, you put a plant, okay, in a room, and you allow rays of light. Sun. The plant can grow without sun rays or sunlight. So, and you put it in a dark room, and maybe you open the window, the part of the window, the light can come through. Trust me, when the plant starts growing, the plant starts tilting towards the direction of the sun. So a child becomes who you want that child to be with the way you carved the child, using the words from your mouth. We have to be very careful. Okay? And I have touch your child, touch your pupil while praising them. Okay? I as a teacher, I have grown to use the words "I love you" on my pupils. I'm proud of you. No matter the little thing they do, I tell them I love you. I praise. So every day they are looking for it. They are looking for my "I love you" and I pray. I'm proud of you. It even gets to their parents too. They keep asking their parents, "Daddy, do you love me? Mommy, are you proud of me?" So let's always touch them while praising them. I don't mean touching their sensitive parts. No, you could just be tapping their shoulder. "Oh, you're doing well. God bless you," and so on. Okay? Encourage good intentions. Yes, it could be you gave a child something to do, and that child is not doing that thing properly. He has the good intentions to do it, but he or she may not be getting it right. That doesn't mean the child is a dullard. As a matter of fact, I have a slogan: no child is dull. So it is the approach in which you use in teaching that child that brings out the best or the worst in that child. Okay? For example, I remembered some time ago a school I taught in Benin City, and there was this boy who was assumed to be the dullest in the class. And you know me, like I just said some few moments ago, that I don't believe in a child who is dull. So I asked a question in the class, and when I asked the question, the the boy was in fact he didn't want to say anything. He was just there moping. And in my class, everybody must contribute. You must say something, no matter how it may sound. So I usually tell them the words you want to say are in your mouth. The first thing you want to say, so say it the way it is. So I gave the boy the opportunity to give an answer, and the boy said nonsense. I must admit, what came out from his mouth that day were nonsense. But you will agree with me that in every nonsense, there is a sense. In every nonsense, there is a sense. So what I did, I extracted the nonsense. I extracted the sense out of the nonsense and trashed the non and presented the sense. So when the boy said that nonsense, the whole class burst into laughter. And I was like, no, you don't do that in my class. You do not mock a person. You do not mock a person in my class. So after extracting the sense out of the nonsense, I threw what the boy was trying to say after rephrasing it. And I was like, this is what he was trying to say. And I asked them, is it not right? They responded, yes, it is right. And I asked them, so who is not the foolish one? They all kept quiet. That thing made the boy to love me so much. And another boy, in fact, I had issues. The father saw me one day and he addressed me as Miss Uche, Miss Uche, the teacher that my son loves more than the father. I mean, more than the mother. You see, it is very important. It is very important you encourage good intentions. That the person is not getting it doesn't mean that the person is not getting it right. Okay? Doesn't mean that the person does not want to do it. You see someone struggling to do something, but he's not getting it. Find a way. There is always a way. Okay, presently now I handle the nursery 1 class, and I had this boy who was giving me issues, and I was thinking, how do I handle this boy and everything. So once you bring book, it got to a point that once you bring book, the boy will start shouting, I don't want to write. So I kept on asking God, how do I handle this issue? One day it clicked. So what I did was I started working with him. So I was if I do some part of the work, I allow him to do it. And you see the boy, before you know what's happening, what used to take him time to do, he does it very fast. Even at home. So I told the mom, I said, this is the style I use in teaching him in the class. Use this style for him in the house. Trust me. By the time I called back to get a feedback, the mother said he was done with his homework and was even looking for more to do. So you see, that the child is not getting it doesn't mean that child is dull. It's just a little patience. Just a little patience. Then learn to praise your child or children. Your children or pupils. Okay? Learn to praise them for what they do all the time. You stop using negative words on them. Whatever you call them, that is who they turn out to be. Whatever you use on them, that is who they turn to be. Then praise them publicly or privately. Okay? You don't praise a child privately and come outside and start calling the child names. No. You don't praise a child publicly. You don't praise a child negatively, privately, and goes into the house to praise the child. So, no. Everything should be done the same. If you are praising the child publicly, let it be done publicly. If you are praising the child privately, praise him privately. There should be no special time. Then do not monopolize a discipline style. Yes, I had to put discipline style because children, there are ways you can discipline a child. I won't tell you how to discipline your child, but you know the one that is best good for you. Okay, do not monopolize a discipline style. When you monopolize a discipline style, you will realize that the child will get used to it and he or she no longer cares what you do to them. Then listen carefully to them. Yes, children likes it when you listen to them, even when they are saying things that may not be pleasant to your ears. Yes, respond, even if it's nothing off your head. Just do that. They need your attention. Pay attention to them. That is when they become, they grow up to have the listening ears. Okay, then do what you say. Yes, and don't do what you do. Do what you say. So many parents and teachers do what they don't say. Okay, they do it. They say the laws are for the children. You want to try to be polite, then do it. For example, when you do something wrong to them, learn to say I'm sorry. You are teaching that child morals. Or your pupil, you could also say I am sorry to your pupil. No one is too big or too small to say I am sorry. Learn to say that. It is very, very important. When your child does something for you, say thank you. When your child does something for you, say thank you. Very important. Very, very important. When you say thank you, it is you are teaching the child morals. Okay? When you want your child to knock before entering your room, before entering their room, please knock. You are teaching them courtesy. I think with these few points, these few tips I've presented to you, you have been able to get a little thing from it. Sit back. There will be more as time goes on. I remain your host, Miss Uche Mercy Iwuchukwu, a professional guidance counselor. Thank you.